Hola, ¿cómo están? Today I'm gonna talk about oil and the dollars and how money works. And the reason why the USA wants to take over the Strait Hormuz and having a power in the oil. People to take Maduro in Venezuela and take the Venezuela, and also he's going to take the Cuba soon, and the USA also wants to take the Greenland. It's because of the huge of natural resource. And I want to talk about the perspective of the oil. And the oil, it in order to transact in order to transact oil, in order to deal with oil, the country should pay with the dollar, only dollar. So it makes USA really strong, because the dollar, it flows all around the world, and there are no country there without the country who has oil in their country, without those country, or including South Korea, Japan, and China, and especially the East Asia and all around the country, they need oil. And oil, for example, the oil makes plastic, oil makes the jet gas, and oil makes cosmetic, oil makes the asphalt for the road. Anyway, oil makes everything, almost everything, and that's why they need a oil to make a product, to maintain the things. Electricity also, it came from the oil. So the many country, the almost all country, they need a dollar to buy the oil, and they need to reserve the dollar. And while reserving dollar, it is better to buy the bond, the the bond in USA. So the so the so the many the all around the almost all country, they need to buy they're gonna buy the USA bond. And it means that the bond is the government debt, and it's a government debt. So many country wants to buy the bond, and USA can sell those bond at a very low interest rate. So it means that USA can print money a lot, and print money. They can print money a lot, and they can get a money. They can get a money from they can borrow their money. They can borrow money from the all around the country at a very cheap interest rate. That's how USA more strong. That's how USA can be more competitive. That's why the USA wants to take the oil, and they want to no other country. They don't want any country to transaction when they transaction oil with not dollar, or just only dollar. They want transaction with only dollar. That's why the USA is obsessive with the oil, and obsessive with oil, and dealing with making dealing with oil and purchasing with dollar. And yeah, I didn't know I didn't know that those fact, but after more research about that, I would more understand about this system. So as a Korean, as a Korean, I think it's better to have a dollar, not Korean won currency. So so I think if I have enough money and more money than now, I think I'm gonna just change my money all to the, from one currency to the dollar, and gonna invest the bond in USA and the bond USA ETF fund, and the stock the S&P index ETF too. And those things it's better to having a asset as a Korean. Not only have a, just only have a then just only have a Korean one currency. And so in order to survive in Korea, where it depends on the USA dollar. Because Korea is based on the imports, and those imports are the most of them, they are based on the transaction with the dollar. And Korea interest rate is really depend on the USA interest rate too. So as an individual who lives in Korea, it's really important that having not much leverage, the borrowing the money from the bank. So it's really important not to have not much in the leverage. Otherwise, if the USA their interest rate is high, of course there's a high chance Korea government, the Korean bank also, they're gonna ascend their interest rate. And at the time, if the interest I have much leverage, it's really hard to survive. So take the leverage low, and stable income is really important. And then changing money $1 to dollar and save it and invest S&P index and invest USA bond ETF, I think. And also make a skill to make a stable money. I think those are basic to survive in Korea. As a normal person, I think that's a strategy that I think I can do it. So if you're Korean, maybe you can follow that strategy too. Thanks for listening today.